Hello, hello, and welcome back to the channel. As most of you know, I'm Topher. And for those of you who don't know and just randomly decided to click on my video, welcome to the channel. I'm Topher. Thank you for stopping by. So we're here to do a reaction, and we are diving back into Stuck on You. We're diving into episode 4. At the end of episode 3, well, at all of episode 3, the power went out, which led to them cohabitating in the same space, the same room, and that led to them having lots and lots of conversations and just talking about very, very real topics and getting to know each other a little bit better. We got to know each other, got to know them a little bit more, and that's always exciting for me. So now we've got names. We've got John Michael or JM, and we've got Reb. So now I've got names to go with the faces, and the power is back on. So we're just gonna dive in and see what happens between these two.
Uy, naisa ka bang Manila? Ano kasi, takot ako sa dilim.
Poor baby.
Ito. Sa'yo na to. Cactus talaga stuff toy mo.
Oo. Kasi
They still haven't seen each other's faces yet.
Hindi mo siya pwedeng yakapin kasi
Close though.
masasaktan ka. Pero naniniwala kasi ako we all deserve love. Or at least the proper hug. Oh, total, di na naman tayo nakikita. Baka naman, pwede natin tanggalin tong mask. Ang init eh.
Ikaw na mismo nagsabi sa akin. Love comes with pain. Totoo yun.
Someone must have really hurt you para maging ganyan yung perception mo ng love.
I'm just another face in the crowd. So, yun na. JM. John Michael.
Perta.
The power of love turned the electricity back on. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful landscape. Hello.
Uy! Yung mask mo.
The lights are back on.
Seryoso ka ba? Grabe ka naman. I mean, alam ko na nga yung pangalan mo, pati tong address mo. Alam ko na rin. Eh, yung laman nga ng ref mo, memorize ko na yun. Tapos yung mukha mo, hindi ko pa rin pwede.
I could just Google, go on Facebook and find you, like I keep saying.
Putting a face to the name is different. Tsaka, dami na nating brinig na rules kagabi. Mamaya, maging masyado kang komportable dito.
Nako. Dami mo namang dahilan. For all I know, tatlo yung butas sa ilalim ng ilong mo. Kaya ayaw mo tanggal ng mask na.
Could be.
Ano? Hindi na. Tanggap ng pati. Gusto mo, tinungan mo kita bang walangot yun.
Excuse you. Baka pag tinanggal ko tong mask ko, bigla ka ma-in love sa akin. So technically, I'm doing you a favor here.
Well, maybe he wants to fall in love.
Baka mamaya, makalimutan mo kung bakit ka nandito in the first place.
I said I was sorry. Baka lang naman kasi we can be like two normal adults na nasa ilalim ng isang bahay. Yung walang mask. Diba, kakapaswab lang naman natin. Tapos pareho naman tayong negative.
Again, bahay mo?
Ubus na rin kasi itong face mask ko. Tsaka, tingnan mo, nag-breakout na rin ako. Sobrang sayang kaya itong skincare ko. Mahal-mahal. Tsaka, don't you think it would be nice for me to be able to put a face to the person who graciously let me inside their home?
Exactly. Lay it on thick, baby.
Fine.
Tsaka, alam mo, kung di mo ako pinatuloy dito sa bahay mo, ewan ko ano mangyayari sa akin. Wala nga akong kilala dito sa lugar niyo eh. So you practically saved my life. And I am eternally grateful.
Just lay it on thick.
Ayun na nga eh. Dami mo pang sinasabi.
Wait. Talaga ba? Are we really doing this?
Just to be clear, I'm not doing this for you, okay? Para sa akin to. Parang mag-break out na kasi ako.
Good skincare is it's important.
Sa akin.
Ayaw mo? Tulog na lang.
Hindi. Wala akong sinabi. Ito na talaga.
Like you sit your ass down and you take it off.
Okay. On 3. 1,
I mean, y'all don't have to be kissing distance away to take your masks off.
2,
Y'all, okay.
3.
Sabihin ng iyong gusto. Alam ko naman sa mga titig mo ang iniibig mo'y ako.
Well, would you look at that? They have faces.
Nakakaalam
Again, y'all didn't have to do it like within 2 inches of each other's faces. I'm not mad about it, but
at hirap mo ay papawid
In love ka na ba sa akin?
bakit hindi
you might have.
mo pa kasi
Anyway. Branch, gusto mo? Gutom ka na ba?
I think I'll shower muna. Ang ano kasi, parang mainit. Oo, mainit. From the, yung brown out. Oo, yung brown out. Grabe, ang init. Oh my gosh. Pero kung okay lang ha.
Girl, you see what you done? You done took your mask off, got him all flustered, and fucked up his morning.
Oh, kape mo.
Salamat ah.
First time ko magtimpla ng kape ulit. Nakatambak lang tong coffee press eh. No need to go through all the hassle eh. Mas may na instant.
So, saan galing yung beans?
Sa ref. Siguro, pwede pa naman to, no? Nabasa ko kasi na fan ka ng kape. Sayang, ginawan kita. How's it?
Sarap.
Sarap?
It was a sweet gesture, but yes, I remember the coffee. You do coffee for life, so.
Huwag dyan.
Okay.
Din dyan.
Para naman ako nag-trip to Jerusalem nito eh. So, saan ako upo? Diyan sa lap mo.
Alam mo, we can eat together but not together. Hindi dito sa dining table.
Bakit naman?
Because I said so.
Lo,
But you were just so nice, and you made him coffee. After.
dito. Pwede?
Yan, tama yan. Face the wall ka muna.
So I guess we can't be sweet all the time. It's a give and take with him.
JM,
Oh.
abot naman ng tubig oh.
Ang galing mo ah. Inutusan mo pa ako. Abutin mo na lang.
Contactless service. Sunurin naman pala din to sa pandemic guidelines eh.
Oo na lang.
Gusto mo para mas safe, mag-alfresco dining na lang tayo?
Gusto mo sa labas mo na lang ipagpatuloy yung lockdown mo?
Sobrang daming klase kasi ng CQ, no? ECQ, MECQ, GCQ, MGCQ, ECQ plus fortified full cream milk with ginkgo biloba and silverine extract plus glutathione. Ikaw ba? Nakalabas ka na ba simula nung mag-strict lockdown? Parang ang dami mo na rin kasing naka-collab eh. Ewan ko, parang ang weird kasi for me. Para siyang ghost town or some post-apocalyptic movie. Ewan ko. Siguro I just imagine na mas magiging fun yung apocalypse. Like, this is the end or Zombieland. Pero ito kasi parang papunta na sa Wall-E without that depressing ending. I really miss the old world, you know? Ikaw ba? Ewan ko, parang Ibang-iba kasi talaga noon. You know, it might sound cheesy pero I missed meeting new people. Yung in person talaga, yung wala kayong restrictions, wala kayong apprehensions. Yung tipong you can do anything. Sobrang iba kasi talaga siya that way eh. Eh ngayon nga, pati yung mundanity of shaking someone's hand, eh hindi na natin magawa.
For me, wala naman ganun nagbago sa akin. Dati pa naman sa bahay lang ako the whole day. Tsaka, work from home talaga yung work ko eh. Malabas lang naman ako kapag may kailangan akong bilhin sa labas. I like it here. I like being alone.
That's fair.
There's comfort in isolation.
That's fair.
Parang ang sad naman
If I had jobs that would allow me to work from home,
Tigo lang ako.
I'd love working from home too. I work
Lapit
hard
lang
from my
ako.
home, so.
Okay.
Okay, Mr.
Ako na
Sticky.
maghugas ng pinggan.
Lagay mo sa lababo ha.
Mm.
Conversation getting too real, so I gotta bail.
Natin sila. Hayaan na lang natin sila. Hayaan na lang natin sila.
Okay.
Basta... Ay, mama mo kulot.
Tinamay mo naman mama ko. Pag bumangon yun, sige ko. Anyway, maaga ako magluluto ng dinner. Puportion ko na rin sa'yo ah. Pag nagutom ka, kain ka na lang.
Wait, thank you ah. Baka gusto mo na lang mag-dinner na lang together.
Hindi pwede eh, kasi dami akong tatapusin sa work.
Dali na. Dami pa namang oras eh. Tatapos ko din yun. Please.
Sige.
Hayaan na lang.
That's right, Reb. You break that wall down. Brick by brick. Go on ahead, baby. Eventually, he's gonna let him sit at the table. And it's gonna be the most romantic thing.
Halika na nga dito.
We? Sure ka? Ano nangyari sa... We can eat together but not together.
Saan naman dyan ka nakaupo? Parang si Gollum ng Lord of the Rings. Halika na.
Happy na talaga ako sa bahay na to.
Sabi mo?
Wala. Wala po. Kamahalan.
Not there. I mean, there was a placemat set at this chair over here, so that seemed like the right one to go to.
Ayan, di ba? Much better. Dinner sa table like two civilized people.
Tawa mo dyan. Halika na nga.
Because he knows what he's doing, he's slowly breaking down that wall. He gonna be your friend whether you like it or not.
Pero kahit na ano. Kaya, ngunit kahit na
I
Ano
really
bang
love the tone of his singing
sabihin?
voice. And I know y'all are gonna let me know that he's got like 15 songs on this OST, so please just put them down in the comments. Let me know so I can go react to him because I love the sound of his voice.
Kung maibabalik mo lamang lahat ng oras na lumipas, di sana ako ngayon nasasaktan.
Who the fuck names their child Grande Medina?
Didn't stop you from going to look for him, though, did it?
Pagdugyot naman talaga nito.
It's not that bad. He remembers. It's like, I find I won't throw it away.
Uy, hi. Sorry nga pala kagabi nakatulog ako. Pero I wasn't trying to intentionally attack yung mga ipis na yan, tsaka yung mga daga. I swear.
Buti naman.
Yeah, of course. Promise. Cross my heart. Hope to die. Pero, thank you na rin pala, hindi mo tinapon yung sandwich ko.
Sayang kasi eh. Baka maubusan tayo ng supplies.
Gusto mo bang umupo sa tabi ko? Welcome ka naman sa personal space ko eh. Kung gusto mo lang
Sure. Why not?
Okay.
If you don't mind me asking, wala ka ba trabaho? Kasi pansin ko lang, wala ka masyadong ginagawa the entire day.
No personal questions, di ba?
Sorry.
Try lang naman. Ito naman, di mabiro. Pero ayun, basically, I'm in between jobs right now. Dati kasi nag-work ako sa isang coffee shop. Ayun, nagka-pandemya. Tapos, di ba, lahat ng yata ng mga tao ngayon parang barista na sa sarili ng mga bahay Pauso pa kasi yung, ano yun, yung ganun-ganun.
Dalgona coffee?
Dalgona coffee.
I still haven't tried it yet, though.
That's me, basically. So, kahit ano yata mga online jobs ngayon, pinapatos ko na.
Online jobs? Are you,
Uy, Camboy?
Pumalay ko. Baka modus mo pala mag-attract sa altar tapos bigla mo na lang siguro.
Okay, A. Walang masama sa sex work dahil legitimate at
There's nothing wrong with sex work.
B. Di ko lang talaga siya cup of tea. But if it were, you should be cool with that. Pero hindi kasi talaga Mga freelance gigs. Yun. Kagaya nung huli kong racket, yung may maayos-ayos na bayad. Kinailangan kong gumawa ng jingle noon para sa isang face mask company. Hindi ko alam kung narinig mo na yun. Ito kasi ikaw parang kukulong-kulong ka lang dito Pero it goes something like this. Mas matibay, mas maganda. Mas siguradong proprotektahan ka. Mas malinis, mas maginhawa. Sure na sure. Safe na safe. Maski sino ka pa. Ow!
Puch.
I can see the little animated emojis in the commercial.
Yung mask na may butas sa ilalim. Dapat lagyan ng no therapeutic claim sa dulo yun
Sorry naman. Alam mo, paniwalang-paniwala rin ako nung una dun kasi diba, ang daming mga influencer nun na hinahype-hype yun. Tapos, nakita mo ba yung TikTok dance challenge nun? Meron na yun.
Oo nga. Paano ba yun? Yung parang ganun ba yun?
Tangik, hindi yun ganyan. Ano gusto mo gawin ko?
Sige nga, pakita mo. Dali na. Arte mo naman
Dance for me, baby.
Pakita mo na.
Yeah, show it to him. Oh, okay. Thought we were about to get it on the couch dance for a second there.
May second
Wala,
part
kaya
pa
mo
yun.
na yan.
Dali na.
Mo naman una.
Mas malinis, mas maginhawa. Sure na sure. Safe na safe. Maski sino ka pa?
Bakit nasayaw mo? Ang
I mean, he didn't make up the TikTok dance.
Tingnan mo yun, no? Bakit ba kasi ayaw niya pang aminin?
Child, that's the $1 million question if I ever heard it. Me watching every single series on this channel.
You know, if he just put his guard down, di baka may chance pa silang magka-developan. Parang ang unreasonable naman kasi nung bida eh. Don't you think?
That's because you don't get it. Kailangan mo kasi maumpisan para makita mo yung pinagdaanan niya for him to be like that. Season 5 na yan eh. He's been hurt before. And he doesn't want to risk it again. Natatakot siya baka di na kaya ng ulit ng puso niya masaktan.
Oo ah. Nagsulat.
Sabi mo, hindi mo gets, diba? Explain ko lang naman sa'yo ah.
Joke lang naman yun. Ito naman, napaka-uptight. Pero ano, fan ka nung show, no? Pansin ko kasi pag nanonood tayo, tutok na tutok ka dyan sa screen.
I guess.
Talaga? I don't know, maybe yung na-imagine ko lang kasi sa'yo yung parang mga mahilig sa Game of Thrones, yung mga Breaking Bad.
Oh, I am. Alam mo, there's a lot you don't know about me.
He's a versatile TV watcher. I like versatile men.
So, why the show?
That's
Ano? That's, alam ko na yung sabihin mo. That's a personal question. Ayoko ng personal questions. Di ba?
Hindi. That's a story for another day.
If that's the case, bakit di na lang natin to panoorin from the beginning? Stream na lang kaya natin. Wi-Fi.
Pwede bang nilipat na lang natin?
I mean, we can.
Yan. Maganda raw yan. Tara.
Ito?
You can still give me the Wi-Fi though.
Siya. Reality dating show? Saan ba nakakita? Baduy kaya? Lahat ng scripted, oh. Gross.
But some of them are entertaining. Back in the day, the reality dating TV shows of the early 2000s, that was reality TV gold. Nowadays, it's all nonsense. I ain't got time for it, but those were the golden years. I still revisit them from time to time.
Ako'y nasasaktan sa tuwing ikaw ay nakikita kong ganyan.
Girl, how you always eat and then you got nothing on your waistline? I hate him. I hate him.
Timid ka na yata eh.
My metabolism just looks at the food he's
More
eating
like
and
bored.
already gained 6 pounds.
Sige. Cut na ako, ah.
Uy, GM. Wait. Baka pwede namang...
Can I get this damn Wi-Fi, please?
Tagal ko na rin kasing ginaka-update.
I want to use my phone.
Eh, alam mo naman ngayon, mahirap na when someone drops off the radar.
Ano phone mo?
Now don't go swiping left or swiping right now. Just,
Okay na.
just type in the password
Sige, ah.
and give me back my
Wala ako.
phone.
Oh my God. Finally. Thank you ah.
Eh.
Sana masarap tulog mo for tonight.
baby? What happened?
Okay ka lang? May nangyari ba?
My friend just died.
Uy. Kanina ka pa nandyan, ah.
Alam mo, hindi naman kami naging ganun ka-close. Hook siya ng kaibigan ko, pero naging friends na rin kami after. We hung out a few times, pero yun lang yun eh. Alam mo, OA ko. I shouldn't even be this shaken up. Pero kasi parang everyday, palapit na nung palapit yung mga taong nawawala sa atin eh. First, it's just some random traveler. And then a few months after, it's people in your city. Next thing you know, sinusundulan ng ambulansya yung kapitbahay mo. You know, being online doesn't even help anymore. Kasi yung mga mismong platform that you use to escape reality, nagiging obituary na. Where do you escape to kung yung mismong escape mo, kailangan mo nung takasan? Tapos ano, kapag may namatayan or kapag may nagluluksa, wala tayong magawa. We can't even let anyone hold us. We can't touch anyone. Wala tayong pwedeng yakapin para sabihin na it's all gonna be okay or answer lang ako para sa'yo hanggang sa dulo. Na ganun. Alam mo yung feeling na may assurance ka, may comfort. Wala eh. This fucking pandemic. We can't even let anyone hold us to tell us that it's all gonna be okay.
JM, hold him and tell him it's gonna be okay. I don't think he's intentionally dropping hints, but girl, take a hint.
Tayo ka.
Ha?
Basta tumayo ka. Takapin mo.
Kung maipabalik ko lang ang orasan, mga pagsikat ng araw at paglubog ng buwan, pangako ko'y hindi ka na muling masasaktan. Sana naman pag-ibig ko'y muling mapagbigyan.
It's okay. You're okay.
Tanggap ko na ako'y nagkulang kung
Everything will be okay.
di nawawala. Ako ang may sala. Hayaan na lang natin sila
Okay, so another really, really good episode. Like, there are so many topics in this episode that I feel were so well handled. Just the way that they went about just discussing. Let's just take it back to the beginning and I'll make my way through. So we started off with them waking up together. Obviously, cool. Lights are back on, power's back on, cool. And then JM's immediately like, put your mask on, and Reb is sitting here thinking, but we're all sitting here thinking like, girl, we've already spent the entire night with our masks off, even though we weren't looking at each other still. And we broke so many rules already. We had all kinds of personal questions. We talked about everything under the sun. I know your name and I know your address. I could just hop on the Facebook right now and find your face if I really wanted to. Like, just, you're being silly. So, you know, he was laying on the little, you know, the sweetness, really thick and heavy, like, you know, you're the person who saved my life, and I'm so thankful, blah blah blah. And eventually JM's like, fine, let's do it. So they took their masks off, and he's like, did you fall in love with me yet? And clearly Reb was feeling a little something. He was feeling a little tickle, twinkle, something somewhere, because his gaze was lingering a little bit longer, and he was just like, oh, and he got really flustered really quickly. So cute again. You know, we're setting up feels and cuteness. And then they had, you know, breakfast or brunch or whatever it was, and like I was saying, it's this give and take, this push and pull with JM. Like, yes, we had this sweet moment, we had this sweet night. I let you take your mask off, and, you know, we're in this good place, and I'm making you brunch. I made you this coffee because I remember from your profile you said you like coffee, and even though clearly Reb is somewhat of a coffee snob because he works with coffee intimately, so he's like, oh, where'd you get these beans? He's like, oh, I found them in the fridge, they should be okay. And he's like, I don't know if that's the case, girl. But, you know, JM's doing all this sweet stuff, but then, you know, flip the switch on the other side of the coin. He's like, no, we're not sitting here. No, not there either. Like, we can eat together in the same room, but we're not together, so you find a different corner. So it's like, you know, give and take. Here's a sweet moment, but let me put my wall back up, and like, I'll let you see a little bit of the sweetness, but then here's my wall again. You know, but slowly, surely, Reb like, he made it very clear in like the first or the second episode. He's like, you know, we could just be friends. And Reb, I feel like that's his MO. Even if he's not like trying to force friendship on him, he's still just trying to, because that's Reb's personality. That's him. He's a friendly person. He likes to interact with people. He likes to make friends. So he's like, you know what? We're gonna be friends. God is my witness. I'm gonna make you my friend, JM. Okay. So he's slowly but surely just taking down the bricks of JM's wall, and every once in a while JM will see a hole in his wall, and he'll let it sit there, and he's like, nope, and he'll grab some mud and just cover it up. But, you know, Reb still just slowly just taking down this wall, and, you know, we're getting to see the beautiful person that is inside JM. So eventually they went and had dinner, and he's like, well, you just get your ass up here at the table. And he went to sit down, and he's like, no, not there. You can sit at the table, but not there. So I'm like, okay, we're still not that close yet. It's almost reminding me of Guys Saw Película and like the after credit scenes when, you know, we've got the song playing and we're seeing the different interactions between Carl and Vlad and how they are, like, you know, as the episodes get on, they're getting closer and closer together. Then they're sitting on the floor, then they're both sitting on the couch, then they're cuddling on the couch, and then nobody's in the room anymore, and now they're like it's that sort of interaction where, like, yes, we're starting far apart, and yes, we're getting closer together. I'll let you in a little bit. We're still not there yet. Back your ass up. You're still not there yet. You can sit a couple seats over there, but it's just nice seeing how their relationship is getting closer. And it's just those small little details. Like, you know, I don't remember if it was the last episode or the episode before where he was cleaning up after Reb's mess, and he was getting ready to throw away the sandwich, and he's like, no, don't throw away the sandwich, I'll come back for it later, or something like that. So here, that was just a memory thing that, you know, stuck in JM's head. He saw Reb passed out, and the room was a mess, which I'm like, okay, it didn't look like a mess to me, but whatever. So he started cleaning up, you know, putting things back where in its place, and you know, his instinct was to throw away the sandwich because it's food that's been left out, but he's like, no, I remember. He said he'll come back for it, so I'll just put it in a Ziploc bag. And you know, it didn't go unnoticed. It did not go unnoticed. And you know, they just had some more subtle development as far as JM's character went when they're watching the TV show. Because Reb was like, oh, look at this guy, or if he was just open about his feelings, they could be together, they might have a chance. And you know, obviously there are obvious parallels between whoever this character is they're watching and JM's character, and JM is illustrating that. It's like, well, you can't just jump in right now in season 5. Like, you have to know the backstory. You have to go back to the beginning and see why he is this way. He's been hurt so many times, and he doesn't want to risk getting hurt again. And you know, it's paralleling with his life. And you know, Reb was curious how it paralleled, and JM was like, you know, that's a story for another time. He didn't say, you know, no personal questions. We seem to have moved past that a little bit, and he's like, you know what, that's a story for another time, which means that, hey, there will be some other time that we have together that we can talk, and potentially the story might come out. It's not a complete shut off. Again, that wall is not completely bricked up. There are some holes in it now, and he's like, you know, not right now, but I'll let you see some eventually. And you know, they hung out some more, and then the whole Wi-Fi exchange finally happened, which I'm like, you know, good, it's long overdue. But then at the same instance, him getting the Wi-Fi then let him see that, reconnect with the world and see that his friend had passed. I'm assuming from COVID. They didn't say what from, but even if it wasn't from COVID, what I like about this scenario, I mean, obviously I don't like the fact that his friend died, but what I like about how this scenario was handled is it gave another just real world perspective on this whole quarantine situation that we were living through, and that some people still are living through, because sometimes I forget that the rest of the world is not like how it is here in the United States. It's not how it is here in Florida. Not everywhere is open up. People aren't going. Some people are still under very strict lockdown, very strict quarantine, and you know, they're still living this. But for, you know, my personal experience, this was last year's experience. This was last March through, you know, end of the year and whatnot, when quarantine was really, really a major factor for my personal life. But yeah, it's just another real world aspect of this whole quarantine thing where, yeah, in Game Boys we explored being in quarantine and having a family member, someone very close to you, a loved one, pass on, and not being able to necessarily be around your other loved ones, or not being able to be there to comfort somebody who you really, really care about, who's going through these heavy, dark times because they've lost a loved one. We explored that in Game Boys, but here, what's different about it is the fact that the person who passed isn't necessarily a close loved one, but it gave Reb's perspective, which is honestly a very relatable perspective for a lot of people, where it's like, even though this person, it's not about the person who died. Like, yes, it's sad that this person who died passed, but he made it clear, like, this person wasn't like a super close friend. It was a friend of somebody. It was a hookup of one of his friends who, you know, they all just became friends. They hung out a couple of times and that was it. It's not like they were, you know, super duper best friends or anything like that. It's not about this person who passed. It's more about the realization of the state of the world and how this disease, this pandemic, is making its way closer and closer to us. Like, and he gave a perfect example. It started off as just being a distant traveler, and then it's somebody in the city, then it's somebody in your neighborhood, then it's your neighbor getting picked up in the ambulance, and like it's just getting closer and closer and closer. And these are the thought processes, these are the worries that we have, because like I know so many people who throughout like the initial stages of quarantine had contracted COVID. Thankfully none of the people I knew who got it passed. I'm very fortunate in that aspect. I know that's not the case for a lot of people, but still, it's a scary thing. Like I can count on multiple hands how many people I know personally who've gotten COVID. And at first it started out as exactly like you described, like it was a worldwide pandemic, but it had no way, shape, or form in any way to affect me. And then it became, you know, cases in the United States were increasing. So okay, we're shutting shit down. Then cases in Florida were increasing, and then cases in my county increasing, and then now I know this person who's got it, this person who's got it, these people who got it when, you know, their daughter came home from college, or like all these other people who I know personally, and it's like, oh, that's scary. So thankfully I never got it, or if I did, I was asymptomatic and it, you know, passed. But thankfully I've never had any symptoms. You know, I've been healthy, I'm vaccinated. But like, it's just a very real and just scary thing to think about at times. So I loved how they were able to take this scenario, like the whole show. It's very cute in concept. Okay, we're stuck together in this house, and you know, our friendship or our relationship is building. It's not necessarily a new trope. It's not anything I haven't seen happen before. So, but I love that they were able to take a break from, okay, we're not going to make this all just about you guys flirting and, you know, falling in love with each other. We're going to inject some real life into this, and then we're going to inject some humanity into your characters, because that last scene between JM and Reb was beautifully done. The way that, oh my god, because Reb was just sitting there, he was distraught and he was going through all of these emotions. And while JM may not have been, you know, relating to whatever emotions he's feeling, he can relate to just the fact of hurting and needing comfort. And clearly Reb needed comfort. He needed comfort, and y'all know I am a big advocate for comforting people. I'm a big advocate. Number of things I've reacted to, and I'm sitting here screaming out, hug him, hug him. That is my MO. When I see somebody hurt, my MO is to hug them, to shield them, to protect them. Like, it's okay, it'll be okay. That is just what I do. That is my default. So, like, JM recognized that, yes, this is what Reb needs. And Reb was dropping hints. I don't know that, like I said, I don't think Reb was intentionally dropping like hints like, you know, and we can't even let anyone hold us and tell us it'll be okay. Like, I don't think he was doing that, like, hey, hold me. But he did say it a number of times, and I'm like, I'm getting the point here. He needs to be held. He needs to be told it's gonna be okay. So JM got up and he's like, get your ass up. He's like, just give me a hug. And Reb went in for the hug, and it was like, that is just, it's beautiful, because sometimes we don't always have the right words to say, and sometimes there aren't the right words to say. Sometimes people go through experiences and they are just distraught, they are balls of emotion, and they don't need to hear the right words, because there are no right words. They just need to know that someone is there for them. They just need someone there for them, and they need to feel that comfort. So sometimes just being those arms to hold somebody, to hug them, to just be like, it's okay. Whatever you're feeling, you let it out. If you need to cry, you cry, whatever. Sometimes that is all people really need. And they need a good cry to get their emotions out. So that's what Reb needed. He just needed somebody there to hold him so he could get these feelings out and just know that he was not alone in this scenario. Because feeling alone, especially in that whole sort of pandemic mindset, it can lead people to do some crazy things. So it was just very, very well handled, very well done, beautifully executed, and I loved it. I love the development we got in their relationship. I love the development we got in their friendship. I love the development we got with them as human beings. And as individuals, and I love the dose of reality that we got in here, and it was just very well done. So brava, another fantastic episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction and my random ramblings. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, turn on notifications so be notified when all my shenanigans get posted. If there's anything else you'd like me to react to, be sure to leave it down in the comments and I'll get to it as soon as I possibly can. If you'd like to support the channel in other ways, you're more than welcome to join us over on Patreon. You don't have to, but you're more than welcome to if you want to. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Love you. Mwah. And before you guys go, a shout out to my amazing patrons. I can't begin to express how thankful I am for your support. And if you guys would like to join us over on Patreon, the link is down in the description. Love you guys.